We are still searching for Joseph Johnson, 30 years old, who was the pilot, and he also lives here in Moats Corner. This was the father's son, and the son was piloting the plane. And like the sheriff said, we have a very active, ongoing search. That's my main priority, is to locate that other person.
And that was the confirmation from police in South Carolina today that the two men aboard the small Cessna that collided with an F-16 fighter jet yesterday were, in fact, the brother and nephew of a St. Joseph man shot to death alongside his wife this past weekend in Buchanan County. Good evening, and thank you for joining us here on Fox 26 KNPN. I'm Bob Heater. James and Beverly Johnson were found shot to death here at their Buchanan County home early Saturday morning. Their 16-year-old grandson, Joey, has been charged now with those murders. Sheriff's deputies were at the house again today, continuing their investigation as the body of James's brother, Michael, was being recovered in South Carolina. He was the passenger in a small private aircraft piloted by his son, Joseph, as their plane was struck by an F-16 Falcon flying above a plantation in the southeast part of South Carolina. Now, this is a picture of Joseph from his Facebook page posing with another small plane. Joseph's body is still missing, but his wallet has been recovered.
And we have divers working. We've had a helicopter in the air this morning, and we also use drones. We've got drones mapping the area and taking pictures, and we're reviewing those pictures. We're doing everything that we can possibly think of to try to locate him as quickly as we can.
The F-16 pilot did survive after ejecting safely. He was flying a solo practice mission to Charleston, talking to air traffic controllers when the collision occurred. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating that crash. Earlier, Fox 26 spoke with Michael's brother-in-law, who said he was a good guy and a great father. Willard Stallworth is also a retired Air Force pilot and is familiar with the area where that crash occurred.
I flew heavy airplanes there, and we were always aware of the Berkeley County Airport was off the north end of the runway. And, see and avoid type thing. They had a very close relationship. Joseph was the apple of his eye. He'd worked with him in baseball from the time he was old enough to know what baseball was. So they were very close. And they have a great family. Of all the brothers, Michael was. And I always had a kindred spirit with him. So,
Joe Johnson had been drafted by the Atlanta Braves until an injury forced him to choose another career. His dad had bought that Cessna airplane to help him build up flight hours towards getting his pilot's license. Michael was a retired teacher and also a retired lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army Reserves. So, one family, two tragedies, and 4 funerals. Even if a family is founded in faith during the realization of family members dying in such violent ways, it seems unimaginable to most of us. James and Beverly Johnson were shot and killed at their home over the weekend, and the 16-year-old grandson they were caring for is charged with the murders. Yesterday, the family received that call that the brothers Michael and his son were killed in that freak midair collision with the F-16. Telling the Johnson story has been difficult because they seem to live very private lives. However, there are some that say their actions spoke volumes. Pastor Sean Caraway of Frederick Boulevard Baptist Church said the couple attended faithfully but never joined the congregation. Pastor Caraway says their consistency said something about the couple.
To me, what that says is they had a real faith. They had a commitment not just to a religion or a commitment to a church, but what that says to me is they had a commitment to Jesus Christ. And I believe what I saw from them is both of them have been saved. They had a relationship with Jesus.
The brother of James, Michael, who was killed yesterday, had called the pastor Monday and asked him to visit Joey, the grandson accused of killing James and Beverly. Funeral arrangements are still pending for the Johnsons.